Okay, welcome back, everybody. This is week 6 material, and this week we are going to focus on creating executables, EXEs. So essentially, what EXEs are, they are a method of sharing your project, your work, with people outside of version control. Essentially, they are how you stamp and finalize whatever work you have been doing within Unity. And today I'm just going to show you how to quickly do that because it's a very straightforward process. This scene, you may recall, is the terrain stuff we did for week 5. Exactly the same. I didn't do anything since in between videos. So the scene that you see here is exactly the same as the one that we built with week 5 material. So if you're interested to see how this all came to be, then you can go ahead and check out week 5 material for the step-by-step on how this was created. But here's the scene. The only thing I did in between videos was toggle off the grid so I can see it better here in the actual scene tab. But, to toggle the grid on and off, all I did was just select this. I just got rid of it just to make it seem a little bit nicer now that I'm essentially done, quote-unquote, done with this project. All right, so let's go over it. How do we actually make an executable of our project? Very simple. We just go up to File. We go down to Build Settings. Within Build Settings, you will see right now Scenes and Build is blank, but all we have to do is just click Add Open Scenes, and the scene that is currently open, the valley thing that I made, is now the scene that will be created as an executable. Here in Platform, we want to make sure we have Windows, Mac, and Linux selected because we're not using any of this other stuff. We're not going to create games for PlayStation 5 or 4 or mobile or anything else. We're just going to use the bare essentials for this semester. Don't worry about these settings here. I don't think these are important in any way. Let's see. Asset import overrides. These are also not important. Okay, build and run. Now it's going to ask us to select where we want to place our project, and we could put it in the actual Unity project itself, but I'd rather put it somewhere else. So let's actually create a new folder in our desktop just for simplicity. I'm going to call this Valley game. It's not really a game, but whatever. We'll select this folder, and now the executable will be built within that specific folder. We'll give it a second. And there we go. Quick, painless, easy to do, and now we can share this project with other people on other machines that may not necessarily have Unity. This is going to be the main method of how you turn in a majority of your assignments from this point onward. So keep in mind how to build executables. It's a very simple process, but it's very, very important moving forward. If your game does not have a method of exiting out built in via scripting, you can exit out of any single Unity executable simply by pressing Alt F4 on your keyboard, and that automatically exits you out. As you can see, done. So to end this video, let's actually go back on that one thing I mentioned, that you have to build in a way to exit your games. Otherwise, you have to press Alt F4 on your keyboard, which is perfectly acceptable. But if you wanted to build a way to exit out of your games easily, then we can do that really, really quickly. So let's actually go ahead and do that. Very simply, all we have to do in Unity is just create an empty game object. So we can right-click, create empty. And I'm going to call this game quit, I guess, because that's what this object is going to be designed to do. Game quit. Next, I'm going to create a script. So let's create a C# script. There we go. I'm going to call this script quit script because the script is designed to allow us to very quickly quit. It's going to open up the script automatically because I pressed enter, right? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, whatever. I guess it was just building it. Here is the basic scripting that every single template script that Unity builds for you starts off with. We're going to go ahead and open this in Visual Studio, which we installed alongside Unity to edit this and have it be able to allow us to exit the game at the press of one button, as opposed to having to do the Alt F4 combo. So all we have to do to open that up is just double click quit script, and that should open up Visual Studio for us. Am I doing it on the other monitor? So I'll just drag it over if it does. Oh, there we go. That was pretty quick. All right, let's drag it in. Here's Visual Studio. Welcome. It's very simply just a place where you can write script, and we're not going to be writing anything, that overly fancy. Here under void update as opposed to void start, because we want to make sure that this isn't something that happens the very moment that we begin any Unity game. We want to make sure we can control when it happens. So we go to void update. We're just going to write and I think that should be it. That's all we have to do to be able to exit out of to exit out fast. So I believe this is already updated. We just have to save and close, and we give Unity a second to update. There we go. If next, all we have to do is just go to our game quit empty game object. We can lock it in the inspector. We don't actually have to lock it into inspector. All we have to do is just drag this quit script in here, and there we go. It's applied. Now, for organization's sake, I'm going to very quickly create a folder. I'm just going to call this my scripts space. I'm going to put quit script in there for organization's sake. Game quit now exists, so we can actually go ahead and make an exe one more time. This time with the game quit. Okay, as you saw, I went ahead and created an exe once again of this particular project. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up the folder where it is, and we can discuss what actually gets created whenever you actually create an exe. So let's drag it in. Here is my Valley Game folder. Here are all the things that actually get created. Anytime you create an executable, you want to make sure you zip up your folder with all of this stuff in it. You need all of this stuff to actually run the game. The one thing that you actually open is terrainprojects.exe, but you need all of this other stuff as well. So make sure anytime you create a project that you zip it up. So make sure to always find a project. Make sure to always compress to a zip file, and always submit that zip file for projects that require you to submit executables. All right. So those are the things that get created whenever you create an executable. You want to make sure you zip everything because you need everything. But the one thing that we actually interact with is the exe file. That's the thing that we actually open to see our game. So let's go ahead and see our game and actually make sure our game quit script works. Okay, we're back in, and now if I just press escape, we can get out. We don't have to press Alt F4 anymore, just the escape button. Great, so the script works. Wonderful. All right, that is everything I had to show you for this week, at least within Unity. So hope this helps. Thank you very much for watching.